Hey yo, what is going on today, guys and girls? Welcome back to the channel, and in today's video, man, I have this S13, man, for you guys. Obviously, if you guys haven't already watched the paint build that I did for this car, man, be sure to go drop, have a look at that. Obviously, go drop a view on that, have a look at it, see what you think to it, man. But obviously, today, man, we are doing the build for this car, bro. So, obviously, you guys don't go anywhere, man. If you like this video, be sure to hit that like button and also the subscribe button if you are brand new, and I shall catch you guys hopefully Alright, man, so here we are running 450 horsepower with 509 newton meters of torque and running in at 1185 kg of weight, man. Obviously, this thing is an absolute beast, man, sitting at 450 horsepower. It's I don't know, man, I'd say it's a quick-ish tune, but then it's still slower than most things, because obviously there is a little something that I have done to this car to make it even slower. But anyway, moving on though to the build, man, we have a stock engine in here. We've got obviously the rear wheel drive stock drivetrain. We obviously are not running a wide body kit for this car, although that is an option, man. If you guys want to run that wide body, you can do that. That's absolutely fine. Moving on now to aero and appearance, though. You guys already know you guys can run whatever you want for the aero and appearance. We have the Origin Labs straight front bumper here. We have a stock Nissan rear wing. We got the Origin Labs, again, street front bumper, rear bumper, sorry. Obviously, you guys can see that they're both the same, actually. I should probably stop saying that, but anyway. We also have the Origin Labs once again, man, and also a stock bonnet. But anyway, guys, that is pretty much it for the air and appearance. Moving on to tires and rims now. We've got the stock tire compound on here. So you guys can see, man, we are not running anything else other than stock. No street, sport, race, or anything like that, man. We are completely bone stock here when it comes to tires. Moving on now to front tire width, though. We're running 205 millimeters on the front. Once again, man, stock tires on the front. And on the rear width, we are also running stock once again, 205 millimeters on the rear. Moving on now to rims, though. If you guys want to have a specific rim set you guys want to run, obviously you guys can run that. That is no problem at all. I've got these nice looking deep dish 5 spokes on here, looking pretty nice, man, not looking too bad whatsoever. Moving on though to the front rim size, we've got 17 inches on the front here and also 17 inches on the back. Moving on now to the front track width, we got the max front track width in the front here and also in the rear, man, max in the rear. Moving on now though to the drivetrain here, we've got the clutch, we've got race clutch in here, we've got race transmission, we've got the race drive line, and we have the race differential in here. Obviously you guys know the performance handling and also the drivetrain, all upgrades are tuning, so that way we're able to tune the car in whatever way we want here. So obviously we've got the race brakes in here, we have the drift springs and dampeners, we have the race front anti-roll bars, and also the race rear anti-roll bars. Moving on to the cage though, we have the race roll cage once again as well. Weight reduction, we are not running any weight reduction in here though, it is completely bone stock. Moving on now to the engine though, we've got the intake, man, we've got the race intake in here, we've got stock fuel systems, we've got the stock ignition, we've got sport exhaust, sorry, we have the race cams and valves, we've got street valves, we've got stock engine block, we've got stock pistons and compression, we've got a race turbo, we also got race intercooler, race oil and coolant, and obviously we are running that race flywheel, man. This will all give you up to that 450 horsepower, 509 newton meters of torque, and 1185 kg of weight, man. Obviously, that is everything here from the internals and externals to the car, man. We talked about the brakes, we talked about the weight, we talked about the drivetrain, everything like that, man. So let's go ahead now and move on to the tune. Alright, man, so here we are on the tuning setup. We've got the tire pressure running at 50 psi, man. This is the thing that I have changed. with this sort of build, man. Obviously, you guys know, you guys will obviously know if you're an OG to the channel, man. You guys know that I run 45 PSI in my tires, man. But just recently, I've been like, you know what? I'm gonna bump it up to 50 and try it, and oh my god, the reverse entries, man, have been absolutely lit. I've been loving it. 50%, you know, 50 PSI on the tires, man, front and back is an absolute killer. I've even had a few people say on my my YouTube shorts, man, on the reverse entry S13, which is actually this car, a couple of people did actually say that it was all-wheel drive. It's quite clearly not all-wheel drive from what you guys have literally just seen with the build video, but this is the trick, man. Tire pressure of 50 PSI, man. It'll be very interesting to see what it'll be like in Horizon 5, but again, for Horizon 4, you want your car to be an absolute slip monster. 50 PSI is the way to go. But anyway, guys, moving on now to gearing, though. We have got a 3.00 final drive here. First is at 4.00. Our second is at 1.79. Our third is at 1.61. Fourth is 1.36, our fifth is 1.11, and our sixth is 0.96. Obviously, you guys can see that 4th, 5th, and 6th here are not really anything to do with the car at all. We've got our second and third here, our main gears. Second is going to be your golden gear. Third is going to give you that extra little bump if you need it. And obviously first is all the way over to acceleration, man, so you guys can do a couple of burnouts if you need to. But yeah, second gear is going to be your main gear for this car, with third a little bit of extra spice. Your 4th, 5th, and 6th are literally your cruise gears, man. So if you guys go on a cruise with your drift cars, you guys can slam them up in 4th, 5th, and 6th, and it should be good to roll. But anyway, man, moving on to alignment here, we got negative 5.0 degrees in the front, and in the back we have a negative 4.5 degrees. In our toe, we have a front of 1.0 degrees, and in the rear, we have negative 0.2. Our front caster is an angle of 6.5. Moving on to anti-roll bars, springs, and dampeners, man. I don't actually touch anything in here, though. So if you have a specific setup that you guys like to run for your anti-roll bars, your springs, and your dampeners, then be sure to do that, man. That's completely up to you. This is a complete personal preference thing. I like to run it all stock, but that's just me. If you guys have a specific way you like the car to feel, you guys like to have it a little bit stiffer or a little bit softer, that's completely up to you guys, man. You guys can mess around with that and try out a few different things with the tune. But anyway, obviously your aero, we haven't got any Forza aero, which I wouldn't touch anyway, so the Forza aero and all that is completely stock as well. Moving on to brakes, we got 60% here on the brake balance, and also on the braking force pressure we have an 80%. Now obviously guys, you want to be lowering down the brake force a little bit if you have a heavy trigger finger. If you have a heavy finger and you like to push the brakes down all the way, then I would suggest maybe dropping that pressure quite a bit, maybe to 25%, maybe 30%, but just to test it and see what suits you, man. We do this so obviously when we're in a tandem and we're drifting in a tandem and we have to hit the brakes because they're obviously hitting the brakes as well, or they're slowing down for some odd reason, and we need to hit the brakes to stay with them, then we can obviously do that and also stick with them and not really brake too much and lose a lot of space between them. Obviously if someone is also following you and you hit the brakes and your brakes are really sharp, then that's obviously going to make the person behind you slam into you as well, man. So just bear that in mind when you are tuning your brakes. Just try out a different sets of braking force and see what works best for you. Moving on now to differential, though, we've got 100% on both, man. We've got to lock the diff up 100%, make sure those rear wheels are spinning up like crazy, man. That will also make your car a little bit slower, but make sure those both are 100%, man, and we are finished with the tune and setup and also all the internals and externals of the S13, man. Be sure to hit that like button and subscribe button if you guys haven't already, man, but right now we're gonna go ahead and get onto the track, man. Alright, man, so hopefully the track is a little bit cleared out here. I just had to quickly remove all the wood and stuff. You guys already know, man, if you guys have been drifting it over here at the crates, man, you guys already know that we've got to get rid of everything that's here first before we're able to drift this section nice and clean. But anyway, guys, this car is a quick note here. I usually use this car for the S-Bends over at the festival, man. Just quickly gonna jump over there. Obviously, this is where I You usually use this car, man. It's very good on these S-Bends and everything like that, man. But I thought, why not take me out of his comfort zone and drop it over here by the crates, man. We're usually run around 400 to 450 horsepower here at the crates anyway. But let's go ahead and try it, man. Hopefully we can get a nice clean run in here. I might drop a little bit of a little clip at the end with this car over at the S-Bends, but we'll just wait and see, man. Anyway, let's go ahead and jump straight into this nice looking section here, and I shall catch you guys hopefully after the run. Alright, man, so hopefully you guys all enjoyed today's video, man. If you did, be sure to hit that like button and the subscribe button, man. Obviously you guys have now seen the S13 in both states, man, obviously at the crate section, and a short clip of it on the S-Bends, man. Hopefully you guys all enjoyed that. Like I said, man, if you haven't already, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe button, man. Forzathon Live coming up as always, man. Ruin the damn video. But anyway, hopefully you guys all enjoyed today's video, man. Like I said, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe button, man. I shall catch you guys hopefully in the next one. Take care. Peace.